Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a burlap wreath, and I picked up the wreath form at Dollar Tree. I picked up this burlap ribbon also at Dollar Tree. The ribbon on the left I didn't use on this wreath. You will need 2 rolls of the hot pink burlap ribbon. I always buy extra. I didn't know how many it would take, but it only took like 1.5 actually. You'll need a bunny from Dollar Tree, and we just separated it at the neck. My son just took 10 snips and just snipped it right there where I showed you. You'll need a couple bundles of flowers, and these are the cherry blossoms from Dollar Tree. I found these styrofoam eggs at Dollar General. You'll need some floral stem wire, scissors, hot glue gun, and glue stick for this wreath. Okay, you're going to want to take your hot glue gun and carefully glue your ribbon to the back of your wreath form. Just kind of let it dry for a little bit, and then you're going to want to wrap the burlap tightly around your wreath form. Make sure you pull it tight. And if you see where you didn't pull it tight, go back and tighten it up so that it's nice and snug around the wreath. And now you do not have to add hot glue every once in a while. I like to, but you know, the little glue strings get everywhere and it's a little messy if you don't line it up just right. It will stay on there just fine without hot gluing every so often. But like I said, I'm just one that likes to make sure things stay in place, so I use hot glue pretty often. Okay, so that's how far the one roll went. So I'm adding the second roll. And just like I said, be careful when you're using the hot glue. And it did not take a full 2 rolls. I mean, it's a really pretty bright pink color. So just continue wrapping until you have the wreath completely wrapped in the burlap. And I believe they have the burlap in the natural color, just the tan, and the pink was all I could find at my store. But now they had the burlap ribbon in the tan, pink, and green. And you don't have to cut your bunny in half if you don't want to, or actually at the neckline, because it will look cute on the right side whole, but for some reason I just decided to use its head only. But here's how the wreath looks wrapped, and I just love the color. Okay, and you're going to almost use 1 whole roll of this ribbon, back and forth, keeping it pinched tightly in your left hand. Try to make the loops about the same size on both sides. Just keep it pinched and go back and forth, and make sure you leave a little bit of a tail when you start. And you'll want some floral stem wire close by. And I made this bow just a little bit big for this wreath, but I really do like big bows, so I'm not complaining. So just make the bow the size that you like. Keep it pinched tightly in your hand, and take the floral stem wire and wrap it around the center tightly and give it a few twists. I'm sorry if you hear something. It's my little chihuahua again. He's right here. Okay, now just take and fluff your loops, and you'll want ribbon with wire for this because it just stands up and holds up and looks so much fuller and prettier on a wreath, and it's easier to work with. But I didn't quite use 1 whole roll of the brown burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree, but I almost did. Most of the time I do use a full row of ribbon for my bows. But just get it shaped and fluffed like you like. And don't cut your wire off, because you're going to take the wire and you're going to thread it through the pink burlap. Actually, I think I'm not sure. I may have went around the wreath on this one. I think I did go around instead of through. Either way, it works. Just secure the bow tightly to your wreath. So you can either thread the wires through the pink burlap or go around like I just did. Fluff your loops again. Then you'll want to have your floral picks trimmed to the length you want. And I always like to, forgot to mention, I always like to trim my tails at a slant. Okay, I'm just hot gluing the little bunny on next. And it kind of shakes back and forth, so I grabbed some of the 20 gauge floral stem wire and I just threaded it through the tinsel and through the burlap and twisted it to the back of the wreath. And I've got to get some white paint because I need to paint this wire white on this wreath, and then the one I did yesterday, I've got to paint the wire white on it too. So I just threaded it right through. I'm going to give it a few twists, and you can go back and cut off the extra wire when you're finished. I'm sorry, I know you hear my little chihuahua. He's walking around. Okay, so it looks cute just like that, but I wanted to add some cherry blossoms. So just trim them to the length that you want and wire them together. And you can take your floral stem wire and thread it through the pink deco mesh and secure it to your wreath, and then add a little hot glue to hold it in place. Or you can slide them under your wire, your bow wire, and then hot glue and also add a little wire to hold it in place. However works the best for you and what's easiest for you, just do it. And I didn't add too many of the cherry blossoms because the bow's pretty big and the cherry blossoms, you know, make it fuller on that side. So I really could have went with a bigger bunny on the right, so it might look cuter if you just leave the bunny whole, but just do whatever you think's best. And then I'm just taking the styrofoam, little eggs from Dollar General, and just spacing them out and hot gluing them onto the pink burlap. So real simple and easy to do, and I think it adds a fun touch to it. So here it is, guys. And you'll just add a little wire to the top to hang it on your door. But it was very inexpensive to make and didn't take long at all. So if you're just learning how to make wreaths, this is a perfect wreath for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a wonderful week. See you soon.